like a shoelace for real. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love with it. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Wherever I go, my homies come to. We up in this thing.
Everyone, 2K Sports brings you the NBA. We've got the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Jazz, John Stockton out there with Jeff Hornacek. Then it's Keith. Then it's Malone, and it's Foster in at the 5 spot. Just 5 to shoot, and Jordan gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Stockton outside. They set the screen. Here's Hornacek. The rebound by Pippen.
Good defense there. Got away with a major blast.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Now here's Malone. Stockton and Malone using the pick and roll. Foster dishes to Stockton. Shoots the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Now Hornacek. Scottie Pippen missing from long range. Foster passes to Stockton. Here's the screen. Here's Hornacek. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. Their number one priority is not to give up any looks on the inside, anything easy in the interior, guys. He told me, quote, "We want to have the key look like a fancy club out there. Crowded, not a lot of room, and very hard to get into." Sounds like your kind of place, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Keith. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Harper kicks to Pippen. Rodman sets a screen. Hornacek against Pippen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game.
Scottie Pippen taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Pippen. Chicago making some changes. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Rodman. And Kerr subbed in for Ron Harper. Then for the Jazz, Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. And it's Anderson in for Keith. And both free throws good for Pippen. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Picked by Ostertag. Stockton with it. To the inside. Here's Malone. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Jordan. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Malone with the screen. Stockton dishes to Malone. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Kerr kicks to Jordan. Right side, Pippen. Shoots. No good off the front iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That's tipped. Screen by Malone. Hornacek kicks to Malone. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Out to Kukoc. And off the front iron, and in it goes. There's 25 seconds left in the first. Ostertag, a screen on Kerr, feeds it to Malone. Kicks it out to Hornacek, picked by Ostertag. Three-pointer from Stockton. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
With 1 on the clock. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Utah leading. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Ostertag. Keefe is out there with Carr. Then there's Anderson, and it's Isley in at the point guard position. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Harper kicks to Kerr. Outside Harper. Screened by Longley. They set the pick. And here's Kerr from the arc. Good. Kerr's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Anderson. Here is Keefe. The Jazz working the ball around now. There's the pass to Isley. Carr sets a screen. 6 to shoot. And Anderson has it in the corner. 20 feet out. And it's Harper with the rebound. Rodman up top. Kukoc gets the bucket. Kukoc has got his second basket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Outside Harper. He feeds it to Kerr. Pass to Longley. To the middle. Harper's shot's good. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
The dish to Anderson. Kukoc against Keefe. Here's Isley. Pass to Carr. D2 from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Isley the pass to Keefe. Out to the wing. And the pass to Isley. Picked by Ostertag. With the teardrop, Rodman with the block. One-on-one fast break. And Kerr with the basket on the assist from Rodman. And now a 6-point Bulls lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Has an update from the sideline.
Yeah, during that break, the head coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. And it's Foster missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Outside Harper. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Shot to end this cold run, and that one's good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
So it's the Jazz now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Malone gets the bucket. Now Harper. Pass to Wennington. Now the feed to Rodman. Pippen against Anderson. Left side Pippen. He dishes it to Rodman. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 6. Now here's Stockton. He's got 6 and stolen by Jordan. For the finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Bulls as they wrap up the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half beginning in just a moment. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Jazz trail by 8. Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Harper. Then it's Longley. And it's Jordan in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. A nice shot by Hornacek.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Chicago with the ball. And here is Harper. Outside, Rodman. Screen by Longley. Jordan kicks to Rodman. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Rodman's got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago. Dishes to Malone. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the contest. Free throw drops for Malone. The Bulls leading by 5. Harper dishes to Rodman. Back to Harper. No luck. Good D by Stockton. He kicks to Foster. Feeds it to Malone. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Timeout for the Bulls. Okay, fans, now coming on for your Level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yeah, during that break, the head coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thank you, Doris.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Here's Stockton after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Malone a screen on Kerr. Malone passes to Stockton. Shot clock at 5. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Malone.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now here's Stockton. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Malone passes to Keefe. Picked by Ostertag. Hornacek with it. He's picked up by Pippen. They now take the lead.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Simpkins, he's checked in for Luke Walmart. And Utah also making a switch. Anderson, he's checked in for Keith. Here's Stockton. He has 6. Malone right side. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter. And Anderson kicks to Stockton. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Shot is no good, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Outside, Kukoc. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Anderson dishes to Malone. The jump hook. Steve Kerr comes up with the rebound. Kicks it to Kukoc. Jordan the pass to Kukoc, and he gets the bucket. Kukoc has got 8 points.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
A nice shot by Hornacek.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here's Kerr. He's got 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hornacek. Ostertag gets the bucket. He's got 6.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Kerr with it for 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Utah out in front, up 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Chicago with the ball. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Hornacek. Foster is out there at Malone. Then it's Isley. And it's Keefe in at the small forward. And finished off by Longley.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now, here is Hornacek. Foster is screen on Jordan. Stolen by Pippen. Down low. And Jordan slams it home.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's Isley. Malone with the screen. Clock at 4. On deep. Chicago grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Here's Pippen. Again, Chicago.
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Not at all. No resistance whatsoever. It seems both teams just happy to try to outscore the other.
Now, here is Hornacek. Keefe passes to Isley. Fires the 3. Rodman with the rebound. Chicago leading by 4. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah,
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. As a matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain it.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Utah's head coach address his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here is Hornacek. To halt the run, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Hornacek. He has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
He hits the second from the line. The Bulls leading by 5.
Chicago timeout call.
Hornacek against Jordan. Pass to Rodman. And here's Longley. Harper kicks to Pippen. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Rebound, Utah. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was intent on running the offense through Jordan. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. The second thing he said to them was that they should be looking for opportunities to push the ball up the court and convert some quick, easy baskets in transition. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
And thank you, Doris. Now, here is Hornacek. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Takes it from 10. And again, Chicago. No good. Jazz trail by 5. Keefe passes to Hornacek. They set the screen. Here's Isley. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. And at least as I look at it.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Mr. Tags checked in for Utah. Stockton comes in for Isley.
Greg Winston. John Stockton.
Hornacek against Jordan. The dish to Malone. To the wing on the left. Here's Stockton. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Jordan with it. Picked up by Malone. Harper dishes to Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
First personal foul. Shooting for Chicago, Michael Jordan. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. So both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
.29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
27 seconds left in the game. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-1 run. Bushler. It's deflected.
This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Here's Isley. Wide open shot is on the money.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
At the line for your Bulls, Steve Kerr. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Inside to the left wing from deep. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.